Okay, so what I first want to talk to you about is how to prep your paper for charcoal. So first thing I want you to look at the different things that are in the charcoal kit. So the first thing, and the vast majority of what you'll use, is what's in this package right here. It's vine charcoal, and think of it as your HB pencil. So it's good for putting down a wide range of values. And then the short, fat ones and the pencils are your compressed charcoal. That will be used at the very end of a piece for detail work and for getting really strong darks. Okay? Now, if you feel the difference between these two, you can see this is a little bit more shiny, this is a little bit more flat. Hold that and give us, you see how that's a little bit more spongier? Like if you squeeze it? No. Do that. You see how that's a little bit more firm? Okay, so the one that's more firm is compressed charcoal. This is vine charcoal. So when you get to a point of working with your piece, you want to think of charcoal differently than you have thought of any other medium thus far. So with ink and with graphite, you're working from 0 on the value scale and adding value. So for charcoal, what we're going to be doing is we're going to work in the middle at 50% and work both ways on the spectrum, okay? So to do that, we need to tone our paper, okay? So if we were to start this whole process from the beginning, what you're going to do is you're going to print your references, okay? Put a grid on it, and after you put a grid on your reference, you're going to tone your paper, okay? And to tone your paper, what you're going to do is you're going to take charcoal and you are going to literally, vine charcoal, very important vine charcoal, and you're going to scribble it all over the page. Okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your paper towel. And your paper towel, you're going to take it and you're going to even out the mark you've made. And you're looking for that 50% gray. So you'll repeat this process maybe 2-3 times. So you'll go back, you'll do it again, and then you'll blend it out again until you have that 50% gray. Once you have that 50% gray, you'll use your vine charcoal again and your ruler or yardstick, whatever, and you can then put your 2-inch grid, just like you've done before, on this paper, okay? From here, what you'll do is then do the line drawing as if you would do it with graphite or ink, and then you would start applying value. Now, inside your kit, there's also a small square, gray square. It looks like a piece of putty. It's your kneaded eraser. So your charcoal, so your vine charcoal is what you're going to do everything with. Your charcoal pencils and your compressed charcoal will be for the fine tuning or really pushing the darks at the very end, because these are like your 6B or 8B pencil, where once you put this down, it's going to be very hard to erase. This is your eraser, okay? This is what gets you back, because you don't want to get back to white, you want to get back to gray. So if you make a mistake, it's very easy just to blend it right out. So keep this with you the whole duration. To be honest with you, the dirtier this is, the better it works getting back to that 50%, okay? The kneaded eraser, remember we talked about how we're working both ends of the spectrum? So the graphite or not the graphite, the charcoal is what we use to apply value, obviously. The kneaded eraser is what we'll use for, in your reference, pull out the highlights, reflected light, all that kind of stuff, okay? So think of the charcoal as working on from 50% to 100. The kneaded eraser is what you work from 50% to 0. Okay, so you'll be using two different tools. The nice thing about the kneaded eraser, you can pull it, stretch it, make it into a point, make it into a fan shape, whatever type of area you need to work in, whatever shape you need to make this into, you can do that with the kneaded eraser, okay? This can get really fine points, it can get really small, intricate details, and it can also be broad, okay? So these are the tools. The first thing, so again, what you're going to do, print your reference, put the grid on the reference. Then you're going to tone your paper. When we meet next week, what I want for you to have done is reference printed, grid on the reference, tone the paper, and then line drawing with the charcoal on the paper. Never use pencil on charcoal paper, it'll crush it, okay? So those are the things I'm expecting for next week. When we get back together, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna check your line drawing. Again, if you need to erase anything, you use a paper towel to do that. After you finish the line drawing, I will approve of it, tell you what types of things to fix, whatever. From next week, after we meet next week, moving forward then, you'll be applying the value. Understand? Okay, so what I want you to do now, go print your reference, put the grid on it, and then you can continue toning your paper. Okay? All right.